let's head over to the gym now. We are going to be destroying some back, some shoulders. We're going to keep it pretty the same, honestly. We're going to keep it around 7 sets. That has been the sweet spot. I think that'll be pretty good. I think that we've kind of been keeping it around 6 or 7 sets per muscle group. And I think that's been pretty good just based on how often we go to failure on our sets. I feel like that has been the sweet spot, enough for me to stimulate growth, but also enough for me to also recover on time. And I think one of the most important things is recovering on time so that way you can hit your muscle group twice a week. Now, some folks might not have time for 2 times a week, so I think it's good to start off with. I think 3 times a week would be pretty good to start off, and then once you try to get a little bit more advanced, you can up those days a little bit. But I think you can do some serious damage with 3 times a week. Now you won't. Let's say, for example, I don't think it's going to be as beneficial as someone that's, let's say, training maybe 5, 6 times a week, just because you can. I feel like you can really spread your days a little bit better. So that means you can focus a lot more of your energy on those muscle groups as opposed to doing, let's say, a full body day. If, let's say, you start off with leg day on that full body day, you're going to be hella tired for your other workouts throughout that whole entire workout. So then, okay, yeah, maybe you tried hella hard on your legs, but then let's say you get to your chest at the end, you're not going to be putting in that much work because your energy has been depleting as you've gone by. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're taking a look at your training, and just see what muscle groups can sometimes lack a little bit just based on your energy levels. Energy levels for sure matter. Energy levels for sure matter, because if you're super, super low on energy, then it's super hard to try to be as consistent as possible, and also to go hard. If you're already pretty tired and everything, it's hard. It's hard to go harder, or like kind of like really push your limit. So really take a look at your energy levels throughout your workout, and see where you can kind of play around with it. And that all comes with time. So a lot of this you kind of learn as you kind of go along and as you gain experience with lifting. That's why it's really important to stay consistent, because you can really take a look at your body. You can really kind of really play around with what works, what hasn't worked for you in the past. And I think that's the best part about it. And when it comes to this specifically, I think I'm gonna keep saying is patience and consistency. You have to be really patient. When I first started, the first 8 months, I'll even say like a year and a half, it was hard. It's hard because you're trying to see all these different changes, because you're making these changes. You're going hard at the gym and everything, but it's just it's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to stay motivated because you don't see all these changes right away, but you have to kind of learn to be patient. And so you have to be really patient. If you're someone that's impatient and wants results right away, this can be bodybuilding can either teach you how to be more patient, or you're gonna be in for a lot of what's the term that I would like to say? What's the term? Disappointment, because you won't be seeing results right away. You won't be seeing results right away. With muscle, with building muscle and everything, it takes time. And so just be patient, and just make sure that you're going hard, so that way you can make the most out of your sessions. I was talking to a friend, and he was telling me how he was feeling a little bit unmotivated to go to the gym. It's kind of hard to come in and everything, and how they're trying to get back into kind of the group of things, because it's been a little bit difficult to kind of get into things. And that kind of happens. And I was telling my friend, I was like, his name's Nick, and I was telling Nick how it was kind of similar to my situation. After you train for so long, what can sometimes happen is that the routine can sometimes get boring, etc. And so I told him that filming and everything really helped me kind of see the gym in a different kind of light, or kind of like a different aspect, that now I get to be way more creative with, instead of just lifting, for example. Now I can take video and stuff, and sometimes we have to find little things that can help us just kind of continue to push. And thankfully I was able to find, I was able to find showing you guys what I end up doing, showing you guys these videos. Now, for some people, it can be maybe they want to join a powerlifting competition and that's what they're training for. So, I think one of the best things to try to be as consistent as possible is setting goals, because once you start reaching those goals, or just like setting those kind of like steps into those goals, you start to feel a little bit better about it. You start to see that you're actually tackling that goal and you're kind of getting to it and you're getting closer to it. And once you meet that goal, you're like, okay, well, what's next? And you kind of continue to put on goals so that way you can reach where you want it to go. And sometimes you can even go further than you even thought you were going to go. So I think moral of the story is just continue to do what you like and continue to go hard. I think when it comes to hard work, it shows. So just keep doing your thing, just keep doing your thing. That's similar to what we're doing. We're just showing you guys a little bit of what our life looks like. I'm not vlogging 24/7, so you guys can't see every single thing, but I'm showing you guys of a little bit of my life, so you guys can see who's in the videos and stuff like that. I'll introduce them and everything. So just before I forget, we need to get a car wash this week. I've been super, super lazy to get a car wash because it's been kind of raining here and there, kind of like out of nowhere. And so sometimes I feel like if, let's say I get a car wash and then the next day it starts raining, it's going to feel like a waste. And so sometimes I get a little lazy to get a car wash. And it's been a minute. So I do need to go get this car cleaned a little bit so that way it can look a little bit more presentable. It's looking a tad bit dusty from the outside, and I'm sure that's not super, super good for the paint to just be sitting on there and everything. So this week we're going to take the car over to get a car wash. Unfortunately, here in the Bay Area, one thing that kind of sucks is that they don't have those drive-through car washes that are pretty nice. I'm super used to the Central Valley because the Central Valley has a bunch of car washes, and you get free vacuum service and everything. So like you get to do your own vacuum and stuff, but you at least get to use the machines for free. Out here in the Bay, it is completely different. You hardly have any drive-throughs locations. You mostly have like hand wash, which usually costs a bunch, because people are putting in some elbow grease. So car washes can cost pretty expensive, and in the apartment that I live in right now, it is hella hard to do a car wash because it looks like the landlord like disconnected the water from the outside, so we can't even like spray outside. So that's just kind of what we're dealing with. So we can't really clean our car at home. We'll have to clean it at a location. So we'll probably have to take it to a spot where we end up getting it cleaned by someone. We're not catching too much traffic, which is good. We're also going just a tiny bit earlier, so that means that there's not going to be that many people. I'm hoping that we get access to the lat pull down machine because that's what we're aiming for. Lat pull downs today. We did, I think, pull ups the last 2 back days that we did. So we're going to be doing some pull ups today. I mean, not pull ups, pull downs. And then we're going to be doing some cross bodies. We're going to move over to some isolation rows. And then for our side delts, our last 2 sessions we've been doing the dumbbells, but this time around we're going to be doing the cable machine just to kind of go back to that because the cable machine is pretty fire. So we're going to go back to that. Man, people are pretty crazy, driving super slow. But anyways, people are just something else. People here in the city do not know how to drive, guys. And so you'll have to see me like constantly having to be on the lookout while I'm talking because I have to make sure people don't crash into me more than I'm crashing into people, which is kind of crazy, right? That there's so many bad drivers. Anyways, let's go ahead and now switch over to the first set. Cross your fingers that we end up getting access to the lat pull downs. I think if we don't end up doing, yeah, we don't end up getting the lat pull down like cable stacks because we only have two, we're gonna have to do some pull-ups, and I think pull-ups should be fine. It's just not something that I was planning on doing today. I was really hoping for some lat pull downs, so we'll see. We shall see what we end up getting. I will see you guys at the gym. Okay, so we just got here. We did a bit of a warm up, nothing too crazy. We're gonna start off with it's pretty empty at the gym actually, so we're gonna start off with these lat pull downs here, which is pretty good. I think we're gonna end up doing 80 like we've been doing, just so we can kind of maybe. I say I want to really perfect my form with the 80s. I think as we move up a little bit in weight, we'll go up a little bit, but until then, we have to be patient, like I've been saying. So we'll uh we'll take what we get in the meantime. We're just gonna keep going hard. All right, I ended up seating this little thing all the way down so that I can get a bit of a deeper stretch when I go all the way up. Because what happens if this thing is way too high, like let's see up here, what can sometimes happen is it'll destabilize me and I won't feel it as much on my lats because I'm trying to stabilize throughout the whole thing. So I'm just gonna stay all the way to the bottom just because I'm a little bit shorter. Just kind of have to deal with that. Oh, and we're using these instead of the Versacrits because Versacrits are kind of mid. I'm not even gonna lie. They're overrated. They are overrated. There we go. Let's drop set. All right, we dropped it to 70. We should be pretty good. Okay. I think on this next one, we can move down to 75. And that should be pretty good. Jasmine just got out of an interview at work, so she thinks she got the job. Let's hope she did get the job. I'll tell you guys as she gives me more updates. But she seems pretty excited, and I'm pretty excited for her. So we'll hear more about it when we get home. But on this next one, I think I'm gonna do 75. I'm gonna go drink some water because I'm hella thirsty. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go ahead and do our second set now. I ended up dropping down to 75, which should give me a little bit more leverage to get maybe 2 to 3 more reps. We'll see. Or maybe just control a little bit better. I'm gonna just try to go to failure, try to get as many as I can. Hopefully, I get at least maybe 6, 7 is what I'm hoping. If I get 9, I'll be even more happier, but we'll see. Because that last one felt so fucking heavy. All right, we're gonna use these Chin Reaper straps. I actually need to buy new ones. Look, they're already falling apart. I've had these for a few months, so maybe like at least 6 months. I'm actually surprised they've lasted this long. All right, let's do it. It's always the right one. I have difficulty putting it on. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick pause set. I think I made it for maybe two more. I'm gonna take maybe like a 10-second break real quick because I need to catch my breath. I need to be better at controlling my breathing because it's at the end of my sets, I'm always huffing and puffing. Actually, let's go without it. It's gonna be hella shit to put it on. Okay. That's as good as I was gonna get. I think on this next one, I'm gonna do maybe 72.5. That should be good. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our third one so we can move on. I think I'm gonna end up moving to the cable side next to us and then grabbing one of the benches because I see they're available. The gym's also pretty empty, so we're gonna get access, and I think we're gonna do some seated cross bodies just because we have a little bit more time on our hands. Hopefully, the benches don't get taken though because it's getting pretty close to where people start kind of coming in. So you never know on a Wednesday how busy it can get sometimes. Mostly because it's a small gym, so it can feel a little claustrophobic sometimes. But what I ended up doing, like I mentioned, is I just put the weight here in this little hoop. Just that weight that way. Let's go hard. Okay, that's it. Let's do some cross bodies now. So, because the gym's a little bit empty, we're gonna get access to a bench and this particular cable stack. Sometimes like we like to just end up switching and just doing the handles on that side because it gives us a little bit support on our knee. But just to switch it up, I get a really good stretch on this one, so that's what we're aiming for. And the gym's empty, so why not? We're gonna stay here for two. We're gonna move over to the isolation that we really like. I think I'm gonna just end up showing you guys one set, and I think that should be pretty good. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna show you guys maybe the entire sets on the isolation machine. We'll see what we end up doing or what I decide to do. Because sometimes I change my mind mid workout and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna record this one. So you just never know. Let's hope we set this up right, because then I don't want to reset it up. You see, that's pretty good. Okay, let's get something on this side now. Okay, I'll see you guys for the next one. I'm gonna save for one more. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'm a little thirsty. Let's go ahead and let's move over to some rows. I'm thinking we're gonna do either 4 or 5, either 2 of these or 3 of these, and then either 2 or 3 of these. We'll see what I end up doing. But I'm thinking I'm gonna show you guys at least 2 sets of each one, just so you guys can kind of take a look at that, and then we'll start off with some side delts after for some shoulders. Let's try to go heavy. I think we're gonna do 175. We typically do 170, but I think we're trying to move up just the tiniest bit each time, just to kind of progress a little bit. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not hella fucking heavy. On my phone. Here we go. Okay, that was pretty good. Let's do one more just like that. Man, that was fucking tiring. That was hard. I think we're gonna do 165 for the next one. See how that goes. Let me switch the angle a little bit. There we go. Oh, man. I think I'm just gonna doing maybe just 2 sets of the upper one, and then 2 sets of the bottom. I know. I think that should be pretty good. Man, I'm uh, I'm pretty gassed already. Hopefully, we get access to the tight deck once we're done with this too, or once we're done with the side delts. Maybe what I'll end up doing is maybe just supersetting somehow and just bringing some stuff over there, or like some dumbbells. Worst case scenario, if you get telepacked. All right, but on this next one, I think 165 is gonna do a trick. Get at least 7, maybe 8, and go from there. All right, let's do it. Let me be careful because last time I almost fell when I bought this because it doesn't latch on, so I was almost gonna fall last time. Okay. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Oh, okay. Let's switch the handle now. Holy shit. Oh, that's good. Okay. Actually, let me bring it down to the top. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a front view now. We're gonna sit here for 2. We're gonna grab the bottom handle and just go crazy. We're gonna just take it a failure. Hopefully we can get at least a solid 7 on each set. And then hopefully the cable machine that we like on the other side of the gym, on that little corner, it's available. So we'll go and grab that one. If not, we'll just grab whatever cable stack. We'll make it work. I think on this one, we're going to do 165 for the bottom handle. I think that should be pretty good. And then hope for the best. Hope for the best. Let's see what we're going to listen to for this one. We are going to listen to... And I'm going to remember to put down the brightness this time because you guys can't see my screen sometimes. That one's good. This one's all right. That one's cool. This one's all right. This one's good. Listen to this one. This one's a good one. And my eyes are a little sweaty. It's hard to, there we go. Make sure I'm straight. This, man, this spree has me huffing and puffing. But that was pretty good. I think we're gonna end up getting the cables next to us and doing some cable work there. But I'll record the next set. I'm gonna drink some water because my head hurts. Okay. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. What I'm gonna do is maybe just do a single arm and just sit next to it and then just pull it in. I think that should be pretty good. And then we either start off with some reverse pec deck. Honestly, just to start off, it'll be like a little bit of a nice change as opposed to always starting off with our side delts. But we'll see. Maybe we'll start off with that one. I think that'll be pretty good. We have one more of these. I'm already exhausted. I can't wait to get home and eat something. Jasmine's mom made some Filipino spaghetti, and I'm pretty excited to try it. Let me show you guys actually what it looks like. This is what it looks like here. I'll post a picture. It's fire. It's fire. It's it has banana ketchup. If you guys haven't tried banana ketchup, it's a little bit of a sweeter ketchup. And then it has spaghetti, obviously, and then it has some type of sausage. They typically do like a Filipino sausage. I forget what it's called. And then they add bell peppers. So it's a bit of a sweet spaghetti, I guess you would call it, but it's fire. It's super good, and I love eating it. Even though it's not the most healthiest thing, it doesn't have the most. It's not the most macro friendly, but let's just say it gets the job done in terms of getting me full. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna push this back just a tiny bit to give you guys a little bit more of a view, and then we'll start up. All right, let's do it. Let's see what we're gonna listen to. I think 150. That's what we're gonna listen to. It's gonna get us through the day. The song and this little baby. All right, I say we start off with our left hand. I think that'll be good. Now, we're doing one more. Hold on. Man. How much is the straps? My hands are too sweaty for this. One and out. Use these bad boys. Okay, so I'm gonna be way more careful when I made hella noise, but that was pretty good. I think we need to get a little bit better at that one because it still feels a little bit wonky, but no big deal. Let's just get 7 on our right hand now. Okay. That was good. I say if I think the pectic might be taken, so we're gonna have to start off with some either dumbbells or we'll grab some type of cable set. We'll see what we end up doing. I shouldn't put it this way. No one's here. Let me give you guys a closer view. Oh, damn right, this should be good. I think that's perfect right there. All right. So we're gonna sit here for I'm thinking 4. I think 4 should be good. But I'm gonna show you guys just 2 sets. Just so I don't prolong the video any longer than it needs to be. I'm gonna see how 22.5 feels. If it feels too heavy, we'll go down. If it feels good, maybe we'll do it for a second set, but we'll see. Because sometimes this thing feels hella heavy. This is what we're gonna listen to. Motivate us through this. I only got 7 on that one. Let's get 7 on the right. But that was pretty good. It didn't feel that heavy. So I think on the next one, when we do 20, we should do a solid maybe 8. I'm gonna take maybe like a 10-second break because she has me tired. This little extension here, I think I ended up getting it on sale. Best investment I did for my side delts. It's like the best thing you can use for growth, honestly. It gives you the best stretch for this specific movement. Do something on this side. I'm telling you guys, when you decide to do a single arm, it's hella hard to get the same amount of reps on the second time for the second time that you're gonna do because man, you're so fucking beat from trying hella hard on the first one. So that's just a little bit of the drawback to doing single arm as opposed to doing them both at the same time. All right, let's hit for 2 more this time. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys the second set, but I'm gonna stay here for 4. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a side view this time. We're gonna do 20 for the second set, but we're gonna stay here for 4. Let's see how this goes. We're always gonna start with our left hand because that was the weaker hand. But you wanna make sure it catches up. Good. Okay. Let's get stepping on our right butt. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm already feeling pretty pumped, as you guys can see. Shoulders are looking crazy, which is nice. Hopefully by the time we're done, we get to do the pec deck. If not, we'll maybe just sit here and do some type of crossbody work, and that should be pretty good. All right, let's get 7 on the right hand. This the, oh my fucking gosh. Okay, I need to take a quick break because for the love of me, I can't get 7 on my right, even though that was my strong hand. But at least this is the last clip that we're gonna record, and then we're gonna move over to the other side. All right, let's do it. Okay. I'll see you guys for the reverse pec day. Hopefully we get to do that. I'm gonna show you guys 2 sets of these, but I'm gonna stay here for 4. Already feeling fucking pumped. Look at this. Just let me show you guys. Look at the shoulder. Things are looking pretty crazy already. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited to show you guys a pump check after this. So also I'm really fucking with the outfit today. The brown and the blue. Fire. Man. I've really been liking how these specific pants fit. A little bit looser on the bottom. It's fire. It just looks super sick. Let me show you guys. Actually, since I'm already here. Look. With the shoes. Let's see. Can't go wrong. He's looking pretty fire, so this is the outfit for today. Alright. Let's stop goofing around. Let's actually get our set done. I think we're gonna do single arm for the first 2. Show you guys that. And then for the last 2, I'll do maybe dual hand. And that should be pretty good. We're gonna start off with 115. I think it should be pretty solid. Let's see how it goes. Let's get 8. Come on. Okay. We got 7. Let's get 7.25 for the next one. Hey, brother, how's it going? All right, let's see how it goes. The right hand should be a little bit better because it's a little bit of our stronger hand, but you never know. You never know because I'm pretty gassed already this deep into the workout. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna take a quick break. All right, let's do it. Oh man. Okay, let's drop some of that weight. Man, I can't wait to go home and eat. Okay, let's do our second set. Okay, we got 8 1/4. I'm gonna take a 15-second break and get it for 8 1/4 on this next one. Oh man. All right, we'll go right side now. Okay, that was good. Let's go ahead and now switch over to the pump check for you guys. For me, I still gotta stay here for 2 more. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we did today. Today was a really, really good day. We hardly had anyone here. Honestly, the gym was pretty empty, so we kind of just moved around pretty freely. Honestly, we need to start having more days like that because when it gets packed, sometimes our schedule gets a little bit messed up. But you kind of take what you get. At least today we're able to do some nice damage. So let's see what kind of pump we have now. We are not really going to show too much of a back pump because we were doing shoulders. We did like 7 sets of shoulders. No, actually 8 sets because we did 4 sets of those side laterals with the cable machine, and then we did 4 sets of the rear delt. So we did 8 sets total before we're going to do this pump check on the back. So it died down a little bit, but it should still be good. Let's see how it looks. Man, our pose workout is going to be super, super good. I think I ended up putting a picture during either our rows or on our lap pull downs of the post workout meal we're gonna have. We're gonna have some Filipino spaghetti that Jasmine's mom brought over. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty excited. It's a bit of a sweet spaghetti. Actually, I'll show you guys what it looks like right here. So you guys can kind of take a look at it. And I'll post a picture, but it's fire. I can wait to eat that once we get home. We have to do a bit of a Costco run, hopefully maybe either tomorrow or Friday because we ran out of true food. So we're running a little bit low on fuel, on fuel sources. Okay. Let's do one more front lat spread, and then we'll take a look a little bit at our back. Let's see how it's looking. Man, I keep forgetting how to do this. For some reason, I can't bring out my laugh for some reason. Hold on. I can't do it. We're not gonna do it today. I can't hold my breath. Okay, let's go home. I still gotta do a little bit of cardio. I need to practice a little bit more of my posing because for some fucking reason I can't do my lat spread today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me try one more time. If not, we just won't do it. See, I can. It's okay. I just won't do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I still gotta do maybe 10, 15 minutes of cardio. Man, tomorrow is back to leg day, so it's gonna be a busy day tomorrow. Hopefully we don't die. All right. See you guys. Don't skip your cardio. Don't skip your sessions. I'll see you guys tomorrow.